I got 60 days or 2 months, roughly, in South Dakota. And Yellow hunts every day of the duck season and goose season in South Dakota. Yellow will go over 5,000 this year in total birds. So she picks, if you divide that, she probably picks up 40 or 50 a day, 40 or 50 a day, on average, I'd say. Now, some days she'll pick up 60 or 70, some days she'll pick up 20. Some days she won't pick up 0, which might be today.
Get them right there, right there. Let her drink. All of them. Come on, all of them drink. Yellow. Good job, guys. There, guys. Try 'em. Get up front. Get up front. Get up front. Sit. Good. Good. Sit.
You're holding. Good. Give it. Oh.
When you have days like that and the temperatures get a little colder, it can be extremely difficult on a dog. I mean, you got to make sure you take great care of them, because as a guide, you start thinking about it, doing the numbers a little bit. You figure that she probably saves me 5 or 6 ducks a day, or geese a day, that we would not retrieve without her. You do that by a week, you're looking at 40 to 50 ducks a week that she's able to get for me that a human being couldn't get. And then you multiply that by a month, and it's real easy to get to, 150, 200 ducks. And I would be real skinny if I had to pick all those birds up. So it's tough on them. I mean, it really is. I mean, as a guide's dog has a very difficult but fun life. I mean, you might think about him like an NFL football player. I mean, he's got a great life, but when it's over, it's physically tough. I mean, you're going to deal with some arthritis, you're going to have some joint problems, but it's just like a hunting guide. I mean, no hunting guide, especially a waterfowl hunting guide, has any hearing after he's done it for 10 or 12 years. But would I trade that for good hearing? No way. No way. Want to know, kind of pretty much from a world-class guide standpoint, how much fun is it to get up in the morning?
It's a blast.
Is it? Is it a good time?
Good time.
You want some coffee?
I'm good.
Are you sure? JP, can I get you some coffee?
Yeah, please.
Are you sure? Yeah. You want some coffee? You should have some coffee, man. You want some coffee right now?
You're going to spill it on me.
I remember that breakfast time. Stand in the middle of the night. Southeast, 16 miles an hour. It all comes together when they shoot out the lights. Yellow and I get to South Dakota about August 20th usually, and we'll spend about 7 or 8 days scouting, getting ready for the season. Doing all the things that need to be done around the lodge to try to get everything ready. Spend some time trying to scout a little bit, trying to see who's cut corn, who hadn't, who's cut silage, where the wheat fields are that the geese are using. And at the same time, in the afternoons, most of the guys will spend quite a bit of time trying to get their dog ready, because they've got a big physical toll that it's going to take on them over the next 60 days, give or take. And so that's what we'll do. A day's pretty standard. I think probably all duck guides do about the same thing. Here, we get up about 4:30 every morning and try to get the clients up, get them ready, get them jostled, get them going a little bit, get the blood flowing, and throw a couple cups of coffee down their throat. Get out, let the dogs there, try to get them loose a little bit, because they're going to go right into action. So you want to try to get them loose and get everybody warmed up a little bit, and go out there and set up and get it on.
Ducks Unlimited Waterdog is brought to you by Avery on every good hunt. Mossy Oak, it's not a passion, it's an obsession. Sport Dog brand, gear the way you design it. And by these fine sponsors.
On the right, get ready, on the right, out front. Here we go, boy, get ready. Get ready. On your right. Get him out front! Attaboy! Woo-hoo! Get him, boys! Sit, watch, sit. Sit. Let's get going quick. Uh-oh. Here we go, boys. Party time out front. It's a party. Get ready, it's gonna have to push. Get ready, out front. Burn them out front! Right in front of you, boys. Get on them. There you go. Sit. Watch that long one. Watch the long bird. Yep. Up. Forward. Oh man, hey, you want to try? Out front, kill him right there, guys. Sit. There we go. Got him. Kill him out front on your left. Oh, come on down. Help me out. One more. Oh. Go. Look. Come on, man. He's way. You're 50 yards too short. Oh, really? Yeah. Go, guys. Big group. Burn them out front. Sit. Out front, kill him right there. Look at green. There you go, good job. Sit. Green head out front, kill that duck. Right there. There you go. Green head out front on the left. Kill him right there. Get him. There you go. Sit.
Well, you hear the term all the time, conservation tool. I mean, that's really a bad name for a dog. I mean, that outboard motor is a conservation tool. A camouflage shirt or a good shotgun, the correct shotgun load would be a good conservation tool. Me and this dog have spent, 15 hours a day together, every day of her life. And they are a tool of conservation, but that's my best friend in the whole wide world. She has good days and bad days, just like everybody else. I mean, and I think when you look at them like a tool, you're missing out on 99% of the whole deal. They're tremendous game finders, there's no doubt. I mean, some dogs have great noses, some dogs are great markers, some dogs have good noses and great markers.
That is a bad machine.
Everybody has good and bad days. I mean, I have good and bad days. My calls squeak and I miss shots and I call shots at the wrong time and decoys aren't right every time. And But you know what? She doesn't kick me in the guts when I screw up. I mean, why should I get down on her when she slips a whistle or, you know, has her head down on a blind when I'm trying to get her to run a long way? You know, it's just, the great thing about Yella, she's going to give you effort no matter what. I mean, now that effort's probably for her more than it is me, but she's trying hard.
I've been hunting for 34 years, been duck hunting for 34 years, hunted a lot of different places, a lot of different areas. This is by far the best hunt I've ever had in my life.
As a dog owner myself, it was nice to come out and not have to worry about my dog, but to be able to watch somebody else's dog and appreciate really good dog work. We saw some retrieves today that were, you know, a couple hundred yards. We all realized as dog owners how much fun it is to hunt with them, but then you get to watch somebody else and realize how much help they are in a hunt.
Good girl, yeah.
Sport Dog brand presents At the Line.
You know, conditioning your dog is one of the very most important things you can do to make sure that your dog is safe coming into hunting season. When a dog gets heavy, not only do you run a huge risk of a dog overheating, you end up with shoulder injuries, you end up with ACL problems, you got joint issues all the way through their body. You need to keep them in shape throughout the year. There's some good ways to know if your dog's in shape, not just how their wind or the cardiovascular situation is, but how their body type is. You want a dog with an hourglass figure. I know that sounds funny, but you want a dog that's pretty thick right behind the shoulders, tapers down to the waist, should be thin there, and then out again right at the hips. We want to be able to feel the ribs, but we don't want to be able to see the ribs. Now, let's say, for instance, that you're like me and you get kind of lackadaisical in the summertime. You need to get some weight off your dog. The very best way, low stress, easy on the joints, swim. Swim the dog. Get in a canoe, get in a boat, get that dog behind you, some good long swims. As long as the water's cool, you're going to be fine. Number two, a good way to get a dog in shape is roading. What's roading? Riding a bicycle, you got your dog with you. Jogging, you got your dog with you. Riding an ATV, a four-wheeler, through the countryside, you got your dog with you. It's important that you don't push them hard to start. Maybe just a mile, mile and a half at a slow, easy 4, 5, 6 mile an hour pace, just so they're trotting. Watch them close. Don't do it when it's hot outside. Early mornings, late evenings, perfect time to do it. Be careful that you don't road on gravel or asphalt. Very tough on the joints. Shoulder injuries, ACL problems, especially if a dog's heavy. It's going to be very, very difficult. Their pads are going to get eaten alive by that gravel. Get them on a good grassy surface. Go easy. Your dog will perform much better if they're in shape. The first time I'd ever duck hunted in South Dakota was 4 years ago. I came up here and shot a little tiny pothole around a bunch of, you know, there was a bunch of oak trees around it, kind of very different than what we're sitting next to today, and a whole lot more ducks than what we're sitting next to today. But anyway, it was a great hunt, and you get around this place, it can get in your blood pretty easy. I mean, it's a beautiful place. There's a lot of ducks. And the good thing about it is, or the great thing about it is that if you're a dog guy, I just don't know where you could be that would be better. I mean, where else can you go in the States and pretty much your dog's going to be able to pick up 25 to 30 ducks and a few pheasants every single day of the duck season. It's a special place. I try to get up here every chance I get. I spend at least a month every summer training up here. The weather's great, people are super, and I mean, it is absolutely incredibly beautiful. Right here, get ready. You know, probably at least 4 or 5 afternoons throughout the year, you'll get a free afternoon. And when you do, if you got the energy, you run out there and you try to shoot a few ducks for yourself. You know, it's a lot different scenario. You know, you're way, way more relaxed, and just kick back and you get to hang out with your dog. You know, hang out, relax, and if you shoot a few, great. If you don't, no big deal. Oh! Almost missed him. Sit. Damn, we're gonna get him. He's not going anywhere. Relax. Down.
Down. Heel. Down. Down. Here. 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 Down. Down. Watch. Watch. Right here. Hey man, I'm hitting. Miss on first shot. Yep. Miss on first shot every time. My apologies, gentlemen. Throw out a few decoys, and we got a few old, the greatest duck of all time, the old Northern Shoveler came in. I mean, makes Northern Shoveler, you know, the Spoonie, Smiling Jack, Hollywood. You know, I always get a kick out of that because so many people are so anti-Spoonie because they are. They're not very smart. I've often said, you know, and I've heard people say a lot, they just want to be a mallard. I mean, they will come into mallard decoys, do whatever they think they can do to hang out with mallards. And they're a cool duck. You know, they make you a hero. Yellow. Little Spoonies. Hey, Yellow has no idea the difference between a Spoonie and a banded mallard drake, I promise you. I think they get discounted a lot. I think they're a fun duck, you know, and the greatest thing about it is this dog right here has no idea that that's not a double green banded radio collared mallard drake. To her, a spoonbill is just as good as the rest of them. And, you know, and that's what the whole deal's about, at least for me.
Ducks Unlimited Waterdog is brought to you by Avery on every good hunt. Mossy Oak, it's not a passion, it's an obsession. Sport Dog brand, gear the way you design it. And by these fine sponsors.
Yellow. And we got Cottonwood Lake behind us. And there is about 10 miles of good water there. The ducks to roost on, all kind of good invertebrate stuff. To the east, we got Mud Lake and Traverse. All kind of good roosting stuff and invertebrates. And that's why we got ducks in the middle. Well, hopefully, a little luck, it'll last another 6 or 7 days and you can keep on rolling. I got a duck right here. Where'd he go? Right here. Sit. 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 Yellow! Maybe not. Sounds like we did. She's got that sweet sound, baby. You know, when you got feathers in your mouth. Atta girly, bring that old Spoonie up in her. I don't think we've ever shot Spoonies on Waterdog. We need to show the world that there's nothing wrong with the Northern Shoveler to the Labrador Retriever. In fact, the Northern Shoveler is a Labrador's second most favorite thing to pick up. Good, here. Here. Good, get it. Yeah, good. Got him. Oh. I can't hit anything clean to save my life. Yellow. Gosh. Oh, wrong choke. I'm shooting the miss choke, you know. Choke that you have that you shoot when you miss. A couple more shells. Right there, honey. Come on, baby. Dig him out. Dig him out.
Atta girl, good job, Yellow Yellow. Save me another one. See, all guys who can't shoot, I think are blessed with great dogs. It's a good combination. I love South Dakota. I don't know if she's got a counter, if she knows how to read one, but when we pull off that exit off I-29, she knows exactly where we're at every time. And nose gets up and we start whining and carrying on and acting like a maniac. But oh, I promise you, they all love it. I mean, you can't be a dog that likes to hunt and not love this place.